What's going on, YouTube? This is Micro Mike here, and I am with my buddy CA3. What's going on, CA3?
What's going on?
Hey, man, just ready to talk some Detroit Lions talk. Everyone else, too, when it comes to JMO, he'll be on a little bit. He's just got some stuff going on, so when he's ready, he'll get on, and we'll continue to talk Detroit Lions. So before we get into just Detroit Lions, I'll talk about the news that's going on in the NFL. Um, we have some interesting news when it comes to the NFL, especially the NFC North. So I'll get that in a second. But when it comes to the Ndamukong Suh contract, Ndamukong Suh did a 1 year, $9.25 million contract. That's fairly high actually for 1 year. So what do you think about that, man?
Um, good for him. I wouldn't pay him that much, but good for him.
Yeah, man, that's actually quite a bit of money, man. I'm kind of shocked that
Yeah,
he got that type of pay for that.
yeah. It seems like the Bucks were just desperate to replace Gerald McCoy, so I don't blame him.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. That'll be interesting. You know, it'd be funny though. I think I was talking to this with, I think it was JMO. So we getting rid of Ndamukong Suh, and then at that point, uh, Gerald McCoy is in the Buccaneers, and then they sign Ndamukong Suh. And what happens if we get McCoy? So that'd be kind of funny.
Yeah, that'd be funny because I think they were like drafted like they're like one pick apart from each other. I think
Yeah,
in the
man.
draft.
It was 2 and 3,
Yeah.
2 and 3. What up, though? Top tier, man. Welcome, man. How much was it? It was 9. It was 1 year, $9.25 million contract. That's fairly high, but I guess when you need to replace a McCoy and a player like himself, that's a must for them, I guess.
Yeah.
So also going on is Ravens are reportedly on Gerald McCoy's short list. He also has a Browns visit, so he's going to make his rounds and maybe stay in the or go to the AFC from the NFC. I guess if that's what they want. I mean, for us, I thought about having McCoy for a cheaper contract. If we can get him for a cheaper contract, but
Yeah.
if he's wanting something higher, there's no reason to sign him, right?
Yeah. To me, there's no need. I wouldn't. I don't know. I wouldn't take him because it's like I think the dude's just beat up, man, from carrying that defense. That dude's beat up.
Abs Yeah, man, you make a great point there. I mean, he's beat up. It's nothing. I would definitely, if they thought about something like that, I wouldn't
Uh,
pay a whole lot for
yeah,
him at all.
unless it was very cheap, I'll take him. But
Absolutely. What up, though, Boog Spray? What's going on, man? It's Thursday. We are 1 day from the weekend, and I'm super damn excited about that. And we're here talking some football. We're just going around the NFL really quick, and then we'll jump into the NFC North and obviously the Lions. It looks like Julian Edelman is not
yeah,
going anywhere because he re-signed with the Patriots. So kind of a not of a big deal. It's kind of expected. He was a great player for them, and they don't have a whole lot of wide receiver depth.
no, not at all. Yeah, he
Adam,
really carried Tom Brady in that Super Bowl. If you think about it.
he does, man. He did, man. I mean, they didn't have a whole lot of playmakers on that team, and so again, it's like got to pay somebody. You ain't got a whole lot of them. Now it looks like on the Packers, looks like Josh Jones may depart from the team. So that'll be kind of interesting. They're saying on their website that if he departs, they need to have an individual to step up in his place, Mr. Orion Burke. So again, man, what up, Doe D Town? Again, man, it's like they have a lot of changes going on in Green Bay, and I just don't think they're gonna have a good year.
Yeah, I don't think they'll have a good year either. Like I said before, I don't see the hype with this team. I don't at all.
I don't, man. I don't see the hype at all. I see them again taking fourth place. They just got too much stuff going on, and I don't know, man. I don't know. They just don't seem like anything that I would be worried about when it comes to playing this year. When it comes to the NFC North, I'm more worried about the Chicago Bears than the overrated Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, I mean, to me, the media hypes up this conference a little too much.
Absolutely, man. I don't
Yeah,
know what is the love when it comes to Green Bay and the media. They have
yeah.
an
The
absolute
NFC North is not as
fascination.
yeah, like the Lions media try to say NFC North is a really tough conference. It's not really that tough right now, if you think about it.
No. I think there's definitely tougher divisions than ours. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, we have a division where many teams are fairly close, but
Yeah.
I would not consider them the toughest. I mean, Green Bay, I
Mhm.
think, is going to take a big step back. I think Minnesota is going to be pretty much where they were last year, around 8-8. And then again, it'll be us and the Chicago Bears fighting for it, and I think we take it. Mr. D-Town says Green Bay will find out that their new coach isn't ready. Yeah, man. I mean, it's not easy. It's pretty rare when you get a new coach for a team to succeed. That's why it was like we didn't do well last year, but then you had the Chicago Bears that did. But it is rare for a new coach to come in there and just all of a sudden just be great. I mean, that's something
Yeah.
that doesn't happen a whole lot in the NFL.
I mean, it's a whole new scheme though. You can't really. It's hard to adjust right away.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
That's
I
why I
mean,
don't
a whole
understand the hype between how they're gonna make such a huge jump. Like how are they gonna make a huge jump when it's new coaching?
Absolutely. I mean, they got to learn a whole new scheme, and
Yeah.
it's not like it's it's a whole new scheme. And we realized that last year when we got Matt Patricia, it was a whole
Mhm.
culture change, a whole scheme change, and it definitely did not start out well for us. And for most teams, it just does not as well. So again, I don't see them being the big threat in the NFC North. They're overhyped, and I'm sure other people agree with that as well. When it comes to Minnesota, there's a Mike Hughes does not look like he's going to be ready for week 1 for the Minnesota Vikings, was they're saying, and that could contribute to them not doing as well. I don't know. I don't think it's that big of a deal. There again, Minnesota's got pretty good depth, and I don't expect them to take a big jump this year. I think again they'll be like an 8-8 type team.
Yeah.
So when it
I
comes to
agree.
injuries for them, if it's if it's not like a Stephon Diggs or a big impact player for them, I don't see really a big deal out of it. Again, the Chicago Bears that is the team that we need to worry about more than anything else. And again, not too big of a deal unless they lose a big player. Not big of a deal. Aaron Rodgers will not finish the season again per D Town. I agree, man. He's injury prone. The man's been injured the last couple of years a lot, and I don't think they understand that. It's like they don't realize that the media. It's like you can't expect a 37, 36, 37-year-old man who's been injured all the time to just, okay, I'm going to be good again. That's not how it works.
Yep. That's not how it works.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. Okay, so
Because once you
check
get
this.
older, you get beat up, man. It's hard to come back from injury once you get older.
Great point, man. Great point. I know all about that, man. You make some great point right there. Want to hear this news? Okay. Per the rankings, if you were to guess where the Detroit Lions backfield is ranked this year, what would you take a guess, just knowing of the information that we know? Just take a guess, 1 through 32. What do you think will be this year?
Oh. Oh.
Run the football? Shoot.
I gotta think.
Well, while you think,
That's
man,
tough.
the analysts say Detroit is going to be 22nd in the NFL running the football. Is
Oh
this the
wow.
biggest joke in the world or what? Do these
Oh
guys
wow.
not pay attention to anything?
Dang, that's terrible. That's way off.
That 22nd in the NFL? Are you kidding me? Do they not
There's no way
understand?
that would happen. There's no way that would happen. Unless they would get hurt or something. There's no way that would
Man,
happen.
no way that's going to happen. We literally brought in Daryl Bevell to run the football a lot more. We brought in individuals uh, to fit the running scheme all over this team when it comes to offensive line, tight ends, and backs. And they're going to crap on us like that. That's ridiculous. Randy White, what up, though, man? He says we'll be number 5 this year. I'm with you, man. I think that we definitely could be, a top 5 running type team. And that's, again, with the ability of balanced offense and what Daryl Bevell brings. And that's something that JMO talked about is the balance of offense. And so with having that balance, the fear of passing, the fear of having these tight ends, and all the power we brought into this backfield, we're going to be really good. You didn't miss that much, though, George Morgan. What up, though, my man? What up, though? Welcome. We're just sitting there talking about Detroit Lions football with CA3. and JMO will be joining us here in a little bit. And if you're listening now and you have not subscribed to my buddy CA3, Carl Alexander III, CA3 Sports Talk, do so. The guy is really good, and he does Detroit Lions football as well as Detroit Pistons, and they do a show every Monday and Wednesday
Every
night at 8
Wednesday,
o'clock.
just every Wednesday. It's just on
Oh,
Wednesday.
every Wednesday now? Okay. So it got
Yeah.
switched to every Wednesday. And he'll be dropping some mad videos here soon because he's got the time. And so I'm really excited to see those videos, and I hope you guys as well. So per PFF, in which I rate them a lot better when it comes to rating players and teams because they're less biased when it comes to just name recognition. PFF has Frank Ragnow to be the best center in the NFL. I
Wow.
like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, I like that too.
I think
I hope
Frank
he plays
Ragnow.
center.
Oh yeah, well he's been doing OTAs. He's been playing center, and it looks like he's finally gonna be in that position that we drafted him for last year. And what I was talking about with JMO the other day is we drafted him for center, correct? And so with the new offensive scheme with Darrell Bevell, when it comes to Glasgow and Frank Ragnow, they both are in the same playing field when it's knowing the playbook, thus giving the edge to Frank Ragnow because he's superior when it comes to blocking. So since they're both, when it comes to knowing the offense, on the same level, why not throw him in there now, get him to start understanding the offense and learning how to pick out defenses. What up, though, Carly? Hilarious broadcast is my kid. She says, hi, Dad. And if you are a young person and you like some weird, funny kid stuff, that's what she does. So do all that there. So again, man, I think it's great. I think Frank Ragnow has the potential to be one of the best centers in the league, if not the best. I concur with that. I think Frank Ragnow was a great pick last year. He did well when it comes to the left side, and I think he will do great down the middle of the field, and it will help run up or help us with the ability to do these 1 yard down the middle gains that we so need on third and short and fourth and short.
Yep, we need it. Yep. And Darrell Bevell, man, the reason why they won that Super Bowl because of their running game. So,
Absolutely, man. It's you run the football and you do the play action and the stuff that they're doing. George says, nice, nice. There are a few people showing the Lions a little love. The Goat House has 1 and 2 bad teams. Yeah, you're right, man, George Morgan. When it comes to the Goat House, they have been showing us love, and that's if you have not seen the YouTube when it comes to the Goat House, I'm subscribed to them as well. They're a YouTube organization fairly high when it comes to subs, and they go through NFL teams, and they've been high on the Lions compared to a lot of other individuals, and it's very nice to see. What up, though, JT Sports? Man, I'm happy you're here, man. Also, subscribe to JT Sports as well if you have not. He does a lot of NFL content, and I've been subscribed to him for a while. He does great content, and he does all NFL as well. And he did Detroit Lions. And what caught my eye is how well he actually did the Detroit Lions compared to other individuals on YouTube. So it's great to see an individual that's unbiased and actually gave us some love. So if you've not subscribed to JT Sports NFL, do that as well. He is someone I recommend. What's up with the halfback position? Is Kerryon Johnson the number one guy? Because I want to draft him in my fantasy league. Yes, JT Sports.
He's the one guy.
He is definitely going to be the number one guy. If you're looking for an individual to pick up, say in the mid rounds, go for Kerryon Johnson. He literally, before he got injured, JT, he was on pace to be one of the best backs in the NFL as a rookie. And a lot of people didn't give him credit for that, but he was up there with New York Giants running back. So pick him up if you can, and he's completely healthy now.
Yep.
D-Town says, yeah. So what do you got to add to that, CA3, about
fantasy
Kerryon?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I expect him to have a great season this year. Provided health.
Everything again, JT. Provide health, but again, he's healthy now, so do that as well. The main thing for Ragnow is center, more natural position for him per D-Town. Absolutely, it is his natural position. And again, when he was in college, he didn't allow one sack. The guy is a straight beast. So, and that's going to help out the running game for JT there. Having him in the middle is going to open up the field. Yes, Jay and D-Town says CJ Anderson was the best running back for the second half of the season. He was a fantastic pickup for us as well as the Rams at the end of the season, and he was plowing fools. So we have that mix up when it comes to fantasy. So if you're looking at fantasy for Detroit's running back, pick up Kerryon Johnson. CJ Anderson's going to be that back that will switch it up for Kerryon when he needs a rest and also the short yardage. So definitely we're going to have a sound running game this year. What do you think about CJ Anderson?
I think it was a great pickup. Especially for our second running back, and we needed that kind of like that power back. I think he provides that for us.
Definitely change up, definitely power back. JT, I will get with you on my information. If you want to email me personally, you can do at micromike528@hotmail.com. That's micromike528@hotmail.com. And or go to my Twitter at micromike85. And so you can contact me there or just leave me a comment on YouTube, and I'll get back with you for sure after this.
What's up, JMO?
Let's see. Is JMO ready? Is you heard that at all for JMO yet? What up, though, JMO? What's going on, man?
Oh man, what's good?
What's good, bro?
Hey, man, we're right now in the midst of the running game, and some of the individuals on the chat are asking how our running game is going to be, and should we pick up Kerryon Johnson in fantasy football? What do you think, man?
I would say do pick up Kerryon Johnson in fantasy football. I'm not one of the fantasy football guys, but I definitely will pick him up in fantasy football. And I think we will have a top 10 rushing attack in the league. I don't know where in the top 10, but I definitely think we'll have a top 10 rushing attack. We're going to have a very balanced attack, but I definitely think it'll be top 10 in the league.
Absolutely. And guess what? Per all the media, they ranked us as having the 22nd best run game this year in the NFL.
Wow.
How ridiculous is that?
Well, at least it's not 30 because that's where we usually at.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Per PFF, now I sometimes I criticize PFF and sometimes I actually like their content. I think it's better when it comes to the mainstream media, but they gave Frank Ragnow as potentially to be the best center in the NFL this year.
They did what?
They put Frank Ragnow is to be the best center in the NFL this year. Can you believe that?
No, I cannot. Wow. Yeah, that's astonishing right there.
Astonishingly good. I think, again, with Frank up in the middle there, man, it's really going to help. And we talked about this the other day, JMO, of how it's going to really help our run game down the middle, and you really stressed on that.
Yeah, because for one, now that TJ Lang is retired, he's our best offensive lineman in my opinion. And it never hurts to have your best offensive lineman as your center. And I think him being center will have a drastic effect on our run game, especially running up the middle. And he never played left guard, so it was something that he wasn't used to last year, which is the reason why he struggled a little bit. But he's used to playing center. That's what he's used to doing. So he'll be in his most natural position.
Yeah, man, I'm with you. Man. I think it's going to be a natural position, and he's going to really help us out a lot. Also, JT Sports asks, Tease Tabor or Justin Coleman, who starts opposite of Slay? I'm going to send this one straight to you, JMO. This is something that you've been talking about for a while.
That's tough because I believe in Tease Tabor, but we don't know. We don't know how it's going to end up. But Coleman is our starting slot cornerback. I don't think that's going to change. And if Tease Tabor can somehow win the position, he will be opposite of Slay. He definitely will be opposite of Slay if the only guy you're gonna compare him with is like Coleman, because Coleman he's our slot guy. He can play both, but we got him to fix up that slot because our slot wasn't good last year. It was pretty bad.
Yeah, it was
So
terrible.
that's why we got Coleman. And if Tease Tabor can work on his craft, he definitely would take that second cornerback spot.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I think it's going to be a great fight this training camp to figure out who's going to be the number 2. But again, I think they're with the rise of Tabor, according to OTAs, I think that could really change things as well. So right now, I'd give the edge to Coleman, but again, Coleman, just like Top Tier said, is a slot cornerback. That's where he came from, and he was the best in the league. But again, he's a vet. He's much better than Nevin Lawson was, and so I'm happy in that sense for sure. What do you think about that, CA?
Man, you didn't have to mention Levin Lawson's name, but yeah, he much better.
George Morgan says Melvin at the beginning of the year and Amani will take it. The Lions will be in nickel. A ton of Coleman is going to be more slot matchup situation. When it comes to Amani, I think he's a rookie. He was one of my favorite picks in this draft for us. But again, like I was talking with JMO the other day, I think with our cornerbacks and how well they're doing right now in OTAs, and if it continues like this, we don't need to start him right away. And again, he could eventually get some snaps in throughout the year and become more part of that defense. But man, it's looking pretty good for us in the secondary.
Yeah, and I heard he mentioned Rashawn Melvin. We'll see, but I just don't know. I mean, he was the other starting cornerback on the first team when with Slay not being there, but like I said, you still got to earn that spot. And Tease Tabor is gonna get his shot. He's gonna get his chance, and he might take that spot away from him.
Again, man, go ahead, CA, go ahead.
Yeah, he might take it away from him. Yeah, if T-shirt is playing like they're saying he is.
Oh yeah. For an update with Tease Tabor, he did pick up Matthew Stafford and run for a pick 6. I know the last episode we say he picked off Tom Savage. Now he did, but he also did pick
Tom
off
Savage
Stafford
garbage.
too.
Yeah, that's justified.
So he did pick off Stafford too.
Yeah, I mean he should pick up Tom Savage though.
Nobody else do it.
Hey man, Tease Tabor, it's all it takes is sometimes, again, it takes a while for a cornerback to learn the system. I thought he was done. I should have waited and been patient like JMO. And again, I hope he succeeds. I truly do. I think if he can take that next step, then our defense, our secondary is going to be that much better. And it's really going to help our team out in the long run, especially when it comes to injuries and letting these rookies just take their time instead of throwing them in the fire. So I truly hope that. JT says, I hope Coleman stays at the slot. I've seen many teams sign these slot corners and they struggle on the outside. He will play the slot. Patricia's defense does a lot of mix-ups and a lot of trickery, so he'll probably be playing different positions as well. We have Tracy Walker as a safety. He played the slot sometimes. He played safety. So you're going to see a lot of weird stuff on our defense for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. And I don't know how often those slot corners actually played outside. He played in the slot mostly, but even in Seattle, like he's played outside before, so it's not something that's just brand new to him.
For sure. Peace and quiet. What up, though, my man? Of course, what up, though, Risky? It's been a minute. Melvin Drew, what is going on, man? We saw it last year with Galladay when Jones got hurt. Yeah, well, what's good about this year is, and I will definitely let JMO touch on this because that's the wide receiver that we drafted is something that he really enjoyed. And so if we have an injury when it comes to a wide receiver position, we have an individual that could really help out when it comes to that 6th round pick we got. So, and that's JMO's guy right there. He really likes talking about this wide receiver.
Yeah, I like Travis Fulgham a lot. I think if he gets his opportunity He's gonna hit the ground running. He's gonna fit right into the system. I'm not forgetting about Brandon Powell either. I know Danny Amendola isn't the flashiest name, but if we were to get hurt, we would have to depend on him. And he was like, kind of the number one receiver in Miami, and he did okay. 600 yards. Plus who was throwing to him? Brock Osweiler. Come on. So, right, like if somebody goes down, they can step up. Also, you have to look at the fact that Kerryon Johnson can catch the ball out of the backfield. Also you got to look at the fact that Jesse James and T.J. Hockenson are also receivers. So if one of our receivers went down, T.J. Hockenson and Jesse James, targets definitely would increase. And I don't know if you talk about this already, but we worked out Jermaine Kearse.
Oh, we did?
Yeah,
Yes,
man.
we worked out Jermaine Kearse. So we got to see if he'll make the team. But if he makes the team, that's just another added depth move. I'd rather have Pierre Garcon or something. But Jermaine Kearse, he knows the system. He knows Darrell Bevel. It might be a seamless transition. Might be where he belongs. So that's another thing to look at.
Yeah, I seen that news too, and I thought that was interesting. I think if we ended up signing a Curse, he would help the wide receivers understand the system that they're getting into. I think it's always good to have a veteran that understands a new system or understands a system and helps a new team out with that system. So I could see him being a mentor role in helping out, and especially and if there's an injury, it'd definitely be good to have an individual that's been in the system before who can just jump in and know the play calls and all that type of stuff going on.
Yeah, and the injury. That's why like I said, I'm not. I'm be honest. I'm not really a big. I wasn't a big fan of Danny Amendola signing, but one thing I do know is he's a true veteran. If somebody go down, he will step up.
Yeah.
And that's imperative, man, because injuries do happen and you need that. And you made a fantastic point right before that about TJ Hockenson and Jesse James. These guys are tight ends, but they have the ability to play in a wide receiver position if need be, for sure. And they cause great mismatches. So it just shows the depth at that position, at the receiving position. We're good. We are good if an injury does happen. Unfortunately, we don't want it to happen, but I think we'll be okay if it happens. Our depth is fine. Our tight end depth is fine, and it'll definitely help out.
Yep.
What's good, General G. Barry? Oh, they're saying that we offer Curse a contract and he left. Well, let's see how long he stays away when he don't have a job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, and you know what? He may be looking for his, other contracts, and when you're a veteran, you want to be smart about signing with the team. He's coming up there in age, and so he's just looking for the best opportunity, and he probably won't get another contract. He'll end up having to sign with the
Exactly. I
Lions.
don't think anybody else is gonna offer him anything. Like I said, we'll see how long he's jobless.
JT Sports says, "What's up with Jared Davis? He good? I read an article saying he's trending towards a bust status. Whoa, I don't see
What?
bust when it comes to Jared Davis at all. I think in that draft, you look at the other individuals taken at the linebacker position. I think Davis is doing fine. He's actually getting better. It seems like every year he got better. Last year for sure, he was making some good plays. Yeah, he missed out on some plays, but he's definitely not a bust.
No, Jared Davis definitely had a
He
bounce
said
back.
buzz?
Well, he had a good rookie season in my opinion too. But he
Yeah, yeah.
definitely had a better season. Also, the guy we was gonna take instead of Jared Davis' name is Reuben Foster, and he's currently injured. And before that, he had character
He's suspended.
issues, getting arrested and stuff. So he's the bust, not Jared Davis. Watch out with those articles you read. Watching Jared Davis last year, I don't understand. Like he
Jared
had a
Davis
good
was a
he
beast
had a
last
good
year.
season.
Yeah, for sure. You got to watch
He
out
was
for
a
those. Go
he
ahead.
was a
Go
Pro
ahead.
Bowl alternate, right?
You say he
He
was a
was
Pro
like,
Bowl alternate. I don't know.
I don't think he was a Pro Bowl alternate. I think
oh, my
I
fault.
think he was a fine linebacker. Right? Obviously, we had some
Yeah.
issues with the tight end position, but I mean, definitely not bust position. First black man on the net. What up, though? Not sure why Brandon Powell's not getting any love. Hey, he gets love from me. He's a young guy. Sometimes it takes a little bit for young guys to learn, and I think it is important to have a veteran on the team. So again, if Amendola gets hurt, he can step in, or vice versa. He'll get love, man. As you've seen in my video, he has the ability to be a Golden Tate type player eventually, but he got to work his way up.
I mean, first time he was able to start without Kenny Galladay, because people forget Stafford was throwing to me, Micro Mike, and Carl in that Green Bay Packers game. Because Kenny Galladay was he didn't play in that last game. Brandon Powell had 6 catches for 103 yards. He lit up Green Bay. They had their real defense out there. There wasn't no fake defense out there. They had they real defense out there, and he lit them up. So, and now he's getting much more of an opportunity. I saw him. They say he was with the second team, sometimes with the first team. He's getting more of an opportunity. So I think he's gonna make the football team. I think he's like the fifth receiver after Travis Fulgham. So I definitely think he'll make it.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I think he'll make the team for sure. I think he proved it, especially in that Packers game, that he has the ability to play in the NFL as in the regular season instead of just being a preseason guy or being on the practice squad. I think he brings value, and there's no reason to rush it right now. He'll learn the system and he'll get better, and eventually probably take over. Next year when it comes to being
I expect him to have some type of impact next year.
Yeah. For sure. Top tier says, we'll sign somebody once people start getting cut. For sure, cuts will start happening, and we always scratch our head and wonder why this individual got cut from a team, and maybe we'll pick him up. That's what Bob Quinn does. He's good at picking up these veterans or players that fits our scheme, and so I could definitely see that happening for sure.
All right, Lions. Don't be stupid and cut somebody you ain't supposed to cut though.
Oh man.
That happens sometimes.
Oh, I'm worried about that.
Tion Green.
Yeah, Tion Green, Anthony Zettel.
I mean, Anthony Zettel was kind of it was justified, bro. We got one with Aguara, bro, and he actually fit our scheme better. So I wasn't really.
But you could have kept Zettel and Okwara. Like, got rid of one of them other no-name defensive linemen that I don't know about.
Man, you know what I loved about Anthony Zettel is he could tackle a tree. Literally.
Yeah.
The dude was a beast, man. He knocked that tree down like no other. JT says, if Kerryon is the guy going forward, will Theo be traded? He'll get traded or released. There's no way he makes the team.
Yeah,
I would bank on that.
I doubt he gets traded.
Yeah,
he probably just get let go.
He's gone.
Yeah, he'll get let. He will not be on the team. The guy is right now, I think it's like $4 million on the cap. We have no use for him, and we cut him. We saved $3 million, and we took a hit of $1 million. So he's not going to be on the team. He'll be.
Man, like I said, if he makes the team, shame on the other running backs. And Jelani Tavai is looking good out there. He's looking natural. I saw a comment in the comment section about, hey, Jelani Tavai, hey, they don't have pads on yet, so we don't really know the full extent, but he looking like he ain't having no problems out there. And that's exactly what I expect from him.
And guess what? The mainstream media, when they said they picked him, they said that was a terrible pick, F pick. And I did not know the player. I said, I defer to Bob Quinn. The guy drafts great. And if he wanted to pick him in the second round, then he's obviously worth it. And then you came up with the facts saying he's 6'2". He's a freaking redwood tree, and he would be stopping those tight ends. So,
yeah, and the Eagles and the Patriots were both going to trade up to get this guy. So this is a guy people think he's a 4th or 5th round pick, but the Eagles and the Patriots were going to get him in that round too. So let's not forget that. And he's a tackle machine, great in coverage, and that still ain't changed, So I think he's going to hit the ground running, man, because he's a very intelligent linebacker.
Absolutely, man, and he's passionate. I was listening to him talk, and he's like, I don't care what people think where I got taken. I'm here to learn. I'm here to.
Right. He ain't concerned with the thought of goats, even though he meant sheeps. He ain't concerned with the thought of goats. He only concerned with being a lion.
That's straight. That's straight, man. And you know what? That's usually when you have a bust of a player, it's they have an attitude problem or some sort of injury. I mean, like when you look at Eric Ebron, he would really take like what the fans say and what the media says, take it to heart, and it'd bother him. But with this guy, it's nothing like that. He don't care. He's just here to play. He's here to show the NFL that he is no trash player.
Right. Our first and second round pick have been killing it, especially TJ Hawkinson. So
Oh
Hawkinson has
man,
just been doing Hawkinson, man.
Hawkinson been lighting it up according to all the reports. Matthew Stafford smiling ear to ear when he said he's throwing him the ball. It's going to be fun, man. It's going to be fun. I think we drafted great, and it's going to show this year for sure. I think the Lions will be one of the more physical teams in the NFL. D-Town, I 100% agree with you. That's why Patricia was bought here to bully teams. I defer back to a game I watched a couple years ago. That's the Golden Tate against the Atlanta Falcons, where we should have won the touchdown and won the game. But when I watched that game, I just seen how more physical and stronger the Falcons were compared to us. And I thought, dang, this is what Quinn needs to do, is build us into a big, strong, physical team. And he has done that. And it's really going to pay dividends this year, and especially at the end of the year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, our team, especially that defensive line, is going to be ferocious. And one thing that Lions fans do know, no matter what our record is, running backs come to Detroit to die. So all you top running backs coming in Ford Field, Zeke is going to be your first time in Ford Field. Beware, because we might break you and we might end you.
We in David
Like
Johnson.
David Johnson ain't never been the same since we broke him.
That's so true, man.
He hasn't been the same at all.
What'd you say,
He'll
Carl?
be doing
He
podcasts
hasn't been the
soon.
same at all.
Yeah, man, we broke him, man. We ruined him, man. Le'Veon Bell, lucky he got we shut him down too. They don't want this smoke, man. Not in Ford Field. Maybe in their own house they do well, but you come to Ford Field, you come in here to die.
You're going to get ran on, and that's the black and blue division supposed to be. A physical, punch you in the mouth football team, run it down your throat. We're stronger and bigger than you. There's nothing you can do about it. And that's what he's bringing, and that's how you win football games when it's cold, and that's how you win playoff games, and that's how you win the postseason. This is what Patricia's bringing. That's why I got Darrell Bevel. It's why you got the players we got, and it's really going to show this year. And I'm very excited to see it with all you guys and watch a magical season appear.
Right. Guys, we've been talking about various topics in this video, just to let you know, just in case some of these topics get out and people make videos about the things that we're saying. Just remember where it came from. Remember the source. And I'm saying that because I'm about to say something else. And if somebody makes a video about it, I just want y'all to know we said it first.
And I'm going to go with you on this one. If it happens again, I don't know what it is with JMO you on my show, but it's now happened twice. If it happens one more time, I'm going to be let loose. I'm not going to play it.
That person gonna get exposed for sure.
Yeah, man. And so if that person does listen into it, if you're going to talk about the content that we talk about, then you best be given credit to who did it. And twice now you took JMO's words and you made it your own, and it's not your own. That's he took the time to study this stuff and look at film and really spend time about this stuff. So don't take credit for something that he's talking about or anyone else when it comes to DSA.
Exactly, but thanks for the support, man. But Austin Bryan, if you did your own research on OTAs, you already know this. I'm telling you something you already know, but they had Austin Bryant playing at linebacker. I knew they brought him in to be a defensive end in the system, but I also thought that they could use him as linebacker, maybe even have him lose some weight to play linebacker, and various DSA members. We had our own thoughts on that, but now they actually did have him at linebacker in the OTAs.
And that's not shocking at all. I mean, how Patricia
Yeah,
runs.
and that also comes from Everything King too. So
Yeah,
just to let you know.
yeah. If you guys ain't subbed Everything King, I'm sure everyone is. Make sure you do so. I know we got a new guy in here that I sub to. That's Mr. JT Sports NFL. He talks about all things NFL, and I love his content, and I subscribed to him a while. So if you like all NFL type news, go ahead and subscribe to him. He does everything, and he actually did a really great video about the Detroit Lions. As an individual that's not a fan and watches our team, he was very on target, and I was very happy, and that made me subscribe to him. Subscribe to all the DSA
Exactly.
members, and of course, Everything King.
Yeah.
He said, "Remember when Diggs flipped Antonio Brown?" Yes, I do. He destroyed him.
Dang, Diggs is such a power hitter. I
Oh
love
yeah,
how
he
he just
vicious, man. I
lays
still
fools
think
down.
Deshaun Kaiser hurt every day because he got hit by Diggs.
Diggs be giving fools nightmares.
Noble Sports Entertainment's in the building. What's good, Noble?
What up, CA?
What's going on, Noble Sports, man? What up, man? Happy you made it and joined the conversation. We're talking everything Detroit Lions, and we're going on just whatever the comments are saying, man. So that's just kind of going how it is right now.
Yeah, top tier saying Austin Brown will be playing outside linebacker defensive end. I definitely think he will. That's exactly what he'd be playing. I think it depends on how much they believe in Jelani Tavai. And but I think Jelani Tavai is gonna be our starting middle linebacker, and Jared Davis is gonna be right next to him, and outside will be Kennard. Don't want Christian Jones, but maybe Christian Jones, Austin Bryant, and Trey Lamar, if he makes the team, will be more of a depth special teamer, depending on what happens with him.
Yep.
I concur with you. I think when it comes to Davis, his natural position is not the middle. It's next to the middle, and I think you made a fantastic point about Tavai taking the middle up, and that would really even make Davis even better than what he is, and it would really help our defense out. And so it's going to be awesome to see and watch this coming season.
Yeah, top tier. Yeah, I saw the same things, and I definitely do think Reeves Maven will get cut.
He's definitely gonna get cut. No question.
Oh yeah. He's the smallest guy on the linebacking core for sure. I mean, they're going big, and
Yeah, he
that's
definitely doesn't
obvious.
fit. He definitely don't fit Patricia's system.
No, not at all. He does not. We're looking for the big guys, and he's this tiny guy. So
Yeah, and although I think Jared Davis can play middle linebacker, but I'm gonna have to just let him go move over because Jelani Tavai is just like I said. One thing about him is he like people don't understand how valued this is with the linebacker. He is a smart guy, very good at reading and reacting and covering. And Davis is more like he's more off an instinct. And coming out of college, he's not as smart as Tavai was at reading coverage and stuff. So. Maybe
Right.
that's why they want to put him there, but I believe Davis can do the job too. But Tavai is just so versatile. They had him lining up everywhere, inside and outside too, though.
what
Yep.
up, Joe Cliffo? Welcome to the chat. He's curious of Matt Patricia utilizing these outside linebackers, and that's just adding on to what JMO said. When it comes to Patricia, he does a lot of trickery scheme on defense, and that's what I absolutely love. And that's also why I'm happy Daryl Bevel came to our offense because he's trickery. But he'll put them in different positions. He'll use like Tavai. Came from JMO because Tavai is 6'2". He could cover the tight end. I think that was an issue last year, and since he's so big, he'll be able to do that. And so you're going to see a lot of mix up.
Oh yeah, he's a pass rusher too now. Tavai, man, like I said, man. Once
He's
I did
everything.
I really like Tavai, man. Like he can do it all. He's very talented. It's a reason why the Patriots were literally pissed when we took him. The Super Bowl champions were pissed. Don't forget that.
Yeah, they're
and when the
pissed.
Super Bowl, go ahead, CA.
Yeah, but Army didn't believe. Oh, the Patriots didn't want. Army doesn't believe the Patriots wanted to take him, but it is what it is.
Cliff
So-
O says blitz packages should be crazy this year. And they were good last year. Now imagine with a talent upgrade. It's going to be great this year, man. It's
All
going to be
right,
awesome.
you're gonna have Tavai coming after you. You're gonna have Jared Davis and Kennard still coming after you. Okawara and Deshaun and Trey Flowers, and then you're gonna have Austin Bryant coming after you. And every once in a while, then you're gonna have Quandre Diggs and Tracy Walker coming at. Like, it's gonna be. Like I'm saying, Matt Patricia gonna have fun. That's why I'm not worried about the defense at all. He gonna have fun.
All right.
And add to that point, a national analyst named Danny Kelly of The Ringer, he listed Detroit's defensive line as the 7th most underrated unit in all of the NFL. They said the Lions boast a strong run defense, in addition to Flowers, who is tied for 10th among all edge defenders last year, with 64, could really augment an awesome pass rush this upcoming year. So some other individuals are noticing this as well, not just us, and it's good to see. I think our rush and our blitzing is going to be great this year. It's going to be fun to watch this defense, and it's going to have me drooling watching these guys go after the quarterback and everything in that sense.
Yeah, they're not gonna be able to run. I mean, we still got Snacks Harrison. They're not gonna be able to run the football.
Nope.
And then and then that's when the quarterback's gonna get iffy, and then you gonna throw to Darius Slay like an idiot, and then that's gonna be it.
Yep. If we actually have snatched a full season finally.
Yeah, man, Carlos, you sound really low over there though.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to get my computer, but I couldn't.
Oh, okay. Beast Mode said, "Don't forget about Will Harris. He can blitz from the slot, cornerback or safety spot." Yes, Will Harris definitely can blitz, but I don't know how much he'll be used. So we'll see.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. When it comes to Noble Sports, we need our linebackers to be able to cover the tight ends, and that's again why we got Tavai and JMO. Man, I'll never forget you saying this live, and it just clicked. Like it's like, oh my God, why didn't I think of this? But it's such a great point because he's so big, man. 6'2" for a linebacker, the tree, and so he'll be able to cover those tight ends and stop those plays that were killing us last year. And, poof, man, it's going to be fun to watch. Watch this Hawaiian, this young man, just terrorize fools. And anyone that said that he was a bad pick, he's gonna put it in their face that he was not a bad pick.
If they say he was playing on a second team linebacker, so he still has some work to do. But if he can earn that starting spot, I think he's gonna be a nightmare because he's much luckier than Jared Davis because Jared Davis came into the league. He didn't have no defensive line. He didn't have no Snacks Harrison forward. Like this dude is about to have an all-star defensive line, covering everything up for him, and then he's gonna have a good secondary backing him up, and all he's gonna have to do is read and react on those coverages and cover.
Yeah. When Jared
cover
Davis
and blitz.
Yeah, when Jared Davis first came on, he had Tahir Whiteside by his side. So
Right, to hear white trash.
Some to Whitehead. I said his name wrong. I don't care though.
Man, I really want to thank the Oakland Raiders for taking Whitehead and Nevin Lawson from us. It really helped our team out to have them leave us because they were trash. And I want to thank you, Oakland Raiders, for helping us out. Cliff O says, right guard is my only worry. I don't know much about Wiggins. Seen highlights, wasn't impressed. No, Wiggins is not good. No, he's not good.
I was about to say left guard because they had Graham Glasgow at right guard. Left guard is my biggest concern. Both of the guard spots, honestly, because I think Glasgow he might have played. Did he play any right guard his first year?
No, I don't think he did. I think he went straight to center as far as I remember.
No, he played left guard first.
Yeah, he did play left guard first. Then.
Oh, okay.
But I don't think he's played right guard yet. So I don't know. I don't know what Glasgow gonna do over there. And Kenny Wiggins is trash.
Yeah, man. Kenny Wiggins is trash, flaming trash, garbage heap. But again, we got Bo Benshaw. I think he's above Wiggins for sure, but he's a rookie. You know how they always start rookies on the slower depth chart. So Wiggins even naming there scares me, but I don't see that lasting long. We got Terrell Crosby and Bo
It
Benshaw.
terrifies me, man. He's not good.
Yeah, he's not good at all. But I definitely would
I
not.
can't even act like I have hope in him. I don't.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
he's
Bo
like
Benshaw and the guy we paid 140. You better earn y'all money, man. You better not let this man protect Matthew Stafford.
if Wiggins ends up being a guard for us, a starting guard, then those guys failed bigly because that would be horrible to have Crosby and Bo Benshaw not make it past him.
Yeah, it's bad.
Right. And I know they've been grooming Crosby to be a tackle more than a guard, but at the end of the day, Crosby he won because Rick Wagner started all year, and even though Rick Wagner had a bad season his first year, believe it or not, you go look up the stats. Rick Wagner was much better last year. He might have been close to our best offensive lineman last year. So I think, and Crosby played some right guard. Just gonna have to put him there or find something. Cause I really don't. I'm trusting the coaching staff that they know what they're doing, but I just don't like it.
Yeah. D-Town says they hardly ever blitz with Slay. Why? I'm going to give you 2 words why. Nevin Lawson.
Lawson.
You have Lawson on the other side. You don't want any blitzing to happen with Slay because Lawson was horrible. One of the worst cornerbacks of all time. But he's now off the team, and we have far upgrades. So I'm sure we'll see more blitzes now with that. But he was on our team, starter for 4 years, Lawson. So good grief, having him
Wow,
on there
4
was a
years.
reason.
Yeah, and Top Tier said D Town because who else gonna cover something, right? You don't blitz your cornerback one, as Beast Bowl said.
Yeah, especially when you have a Nevin Lawson on the other side. Now, if you have a Patrick Peterson or something like that, it's a little different. If you have a Nevin Lawson, it's like, okay, just
Yeah,
give up
I
the
don't want
touchdown
Slay
right
blitzing anyway though. Maybe every once
there.
in a blue moon, but
Yeah.
I'd rather Cheese Saver or somebody, Quandre Diggs, somebody like that.
Oh, I love Quandre Diggs, boy. He packs the heat. Let's
Yeah,
see if
Quandre Diggs hit you. You might end up quitting football.
yeah, that dude power hits, man. I absolutely love it. I watch his highlights, and when he hits, it makes me feel good about myself. If Will Harris balls out, don't be surprised if Diggs is traded. I don't see
No,
Diggs getting
he
traded
plays
at
well.
Nah,
all.
Diggs isn't going anywhere.
No,
And I
he
don't
get an
think
extension.
y'all got to remember something. It's about opportunity. I don't think Will Harris is gonna have enough opportunity to ball out because Tracy Walker is gonna be there, Diggs is gonna be there, and even though I think Tavon Wilson's getting cut, and then you're gonna have Tavon Wilson, and Andrew Adams is still there, so you're gonna have guys above him in the depth chart. I don't think he's gonna get that much opportunity. Like last year, Tracy Walker obviously got more snaps with because he was just so good in his rookie season. He was that good, but he didn't get that many snaps either, Tracy Walker. So I don't know if he's gonna have that opportunity.
If Diggs got traded, I would be very frustrated. He's one of my favorite players on that team. Diggs
Yeah.
is a guy who packs the punch. He fits Patricia's defense perfectly. I mean, he doesn't shy away from a freaking hard hit, and he lets those receivers remember his name. They don't want to play against him because he'll smash them to the ground, and that's what you want on defense. You want a guy that's gonna players will remember that guy, and they'll remember that hit, and they won't go soft on him for sure. And I think Diggs is a great player, and he'll be a staple on our defense for years to come.
Definitely.
Yes, of course.
Beast Mode says this is his offensive line. He has Decker, Ragnow, Class now. I think he meant Glass now. Bo Benshaw, Rick Wagner would be the starting lineup off the talent. I can see Decker on the left side, Glass Cow on the left guard, Ragnow center, Bo Benshaw versus Crosby for the right side, and Rick Wagner for sure. It'll be
I'm
interesting
gonna
to
throw a
see.
wrench in all of you guys' ideas. Don't be surprised, and watch out just in case somebody makes a video on this while I'm saying it. Don't be surprised if Taylor Decker isn't the starting left tackle and it's actually Tyrell Crosby. Tyrell Crosby has been lining up at the left tackle spot And one thing that Bob Quinn and the guys have been saying is nobody's job is like stapled. And I know Taylor Decker's been there for a while, but don't be surprised if Taylor Decker isn't our starting left tackle.
That is the first time you heard this, folks. This is coming from 313 JMO out of his mouth at 6:02
Yep.
p.m. He just made a bold statement, and it came from his mouth first. So if that ever comes up on another video, that came from his mouth, and that's a bold statement. That's a very
Very
bold
bold.
statement.
Tyrell. I mean, look, Taylor Decker gave up 7 sacks last year. And at OTAs, they had Tyrell Crosby lining up at the left tackle. Like they like him as a tackle. Don't be like I said, nobody's job is safe. Don't be surprised.
Now, if that happens, what do they do with Decker? What, in your opinion, what
They
do you?
probably move him to guard.
Holy, he would be a big ass guard.
Hey man, it's hey, Stafford need that protection.
Hell, it would. Hey, we would definitely have protection on that left side if he was a
He'll
left
be a very
guard.
big guard.
That would be
Right.
Motown, man. Screw, not Motown. It'd be Motown. Let's see. It's never lost in top tier. Yes. Paper at O from First Black Man. Cliffo Amani locked down the number 2. I don't see him starting right now just
Nope.
because he's a rookie, but I definitely see him in the future, especially when like the games go past. I think he'll get slowly implemented into the defense.
Yeah, and really don't know. Obviously, Matt Patricia favors production over anything, but I really don't know how much faith they have in rookies at the defensive back position, especially as a corner, like over a safety. Only reason Tracy Walker got on the field is because he was so good. Like, let's just be honest. Let's call it how we see it. The dude was a beast. So of course he's gonna get playing time, but everyone is not gonna be like Tracy Walker, first season.
Nope.
The Tracy Walkers of the world are a special player, and again, we have a lot of talent in that secondary. So he just adds to that great talent. And I think you said this the other day, right, JMO, that you think that Amani could eventually be Darius Slay's replacement.
Yes, I definitely said that because Slay wants a contract extension. Now I don't want to get rid of Slay. I'm a big advocate for Slay, but I mean, the way that Matt Patricia and his team roll, they get rid of people. They'll get rid of a Slade. They'll get rid of a Marvin Jones. They'll get rid of a Snacks, and they'll replace them with other players. And obviously, we want Amani Oruwariye to be the number 2 cornerback spot. But what if we don't want to play? What if Slade has a down year, or he doesn't? We don't want to pay him. We might let him go, put a Warrior right there, and then draft another cornerback. Like, what if T. Tabor comes on really good and now he's good now? So that's all things you got to think about. With Snacks Harrison, I've been hearing that if you do your research, PJ Johnson, they actually saying he's doing really good. That's the defensive tackle we took in the 7th round. So we don't know if Snacks is gonna stay either. You got to remember the way that Patricia, it's the system. So it don't matter what your name is. That don't matter. If you fit that system and you were working out, they're gonna use you and they might keep you over somebody else just to save money to put that money elsewhere where their name is be valuable. But hopefully they definitely give Slay a contract extension, but we'll see.
Nice.
Yeah, man, I see he eventually could be his replacement because Amani's that good. I think he was a great talent we got in the 5th round. Should have been a 2nd rounder. I do like Slay. I hope he stays on the team, but you never know. Again, that is the Patriot way. Is they will let folks walk, and they're not too keen on just throwing huge money at a player. So
Top tier says, so why can't you see them getting rid of Diggs? Because, well, didn't we just give him a new contract?
Why would they
Yeah.
get rid of Diggs anyway? Explain that.
I mean, Quandre Diggs is he's a solid player, and I know people don't. I saw they were talking earlier in the comments. They don't like his height, but now we got Tracy Walker back there, so he'll be on the matchup where height matters. And like Earl Thomas is one of the best safeties in the league in a long time. He's 5'10". He's not tall at all. So like Earl Thomas I'm not comparing Quandre Diggs to Earl Thomas, but I'm just saying height doesn't necessarily matter. And Quandre Diggs, one thing about him is he can still play the nickel too. He still has that ability. Like he has more versatility than somebody like Slay. And he can rush the quarterback too. So
Yeah, we're pretty good. Well, you're pretty good.
He's a great player. He's a hard hitter. He's a good individual on the team. He's not getting in trouble. He does everything that he's asked of him. He's a great safety. I think he has so much ability. Again, he can play with the slot. He can rush the passer if need be for a blitz. And when he hits you, you're going to remember it. And those receivers don't forget it when they meet Quandre Diggs. That's why I love
right,
him.
you gotta have that enforcer that scares people.
Yeah.
And he scares the hell out of people. That's what he does. What up, though, Marcus Willis?
Yeah.
This is good,
Yeah,
Marcus
I
Willis.
just think probably like drafting big names in drafts is one of the most overrated things ever, bro. Cause like, bro, there's a bunch of names that were absolute garbage. Just ask Marcus Russell that question.
Fact.
They say he's gonna be the next greatest quarterback, but he was terrible. He didn't know how to study film.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
George Morgan was asking about Slay.
Oh, Slay.
No, it's not that we've seen anything that says Slay wants to get a contract extension. I personally think Slay has his own workout plan. Because I'm sure you know, Carl or Mark or Mike, did Slay show up to OTAs last year?
No, I don't think so.
Exactly. So
And
he probably has his own program, but I wouldn't be surprised that if he wanted a contract extension. But I just don't think that's the thing. But regardless of him wanting an extension or not, one, he's not going to get one, and two, after this year, because we're paying him a lot of money, he might be out regardless. And I'm just being real because, like I said, I don't want Slay leaving at all because it's just rare to find a top corner in this league. But you got to be realistic about the way that they run their franchise.
yeah, absolutely. And again, we all love Darius Slay. He's a great player for our defense. Then you just got to look how the Patriots do their things. They seriously don't give out giant contracts to their players. That's how they do it. And we got Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia. And so that's kind of how they do it. Now, do I want to get rid of Darius Slay? Absolutely not. I love Slay. I think he's a great addition to our team. I loved him when we got him. What is it? Late in the first round or early in the second round? It was a trade.
Second round.
Yeah, second round, and he came out with his son on draft night, and it was really cool. I like him all around, and I hope he stays the team. We are looking at a realistic view of what Bob Quinn does. It's definitely not feeling based. This is simply Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia and Patriot way based.
Yeah, everything is earned. Nothing is given.
Yeah.
See,
That's
Marcus says we need
the
to
way that they roll.
Yeah. Now Marcus says we need to extend Snacks Harrison. Again, it just depends on how much he's wanting. I love Snacks Harrison, but if he's wanting some giant contract, we'll just not be able to do that. If he's wanting a good contract, a decent contract for what he is, yeah, I have no problem extending him 2 years.
Yeah, but like I said, everything is earned. Nothing is given. So if we want to extend Snack Harrison, and I'm not thinking from a fan perspective. I'm thinking it what they're thinking. He has to have a great season. He has a great season. We probably will extend him. Like I said, PJ Johnson is lying in wait.
They're trying to shoot at us.
Absolutely, and I have no reason to think. I mean, he's a good veteran. He didn't even do a bye week last year. He came in and started instantly. He's not a troublemaker, so you're not going to see him refusing to play or anything like that. He understands as a veteran, he's got to put his play up. If he wants to get paid up, he's got to have his play up, and we'll see that this year. Again, he's got 2 years left on this contract. If he plays like he did last year, I could see us extending him a couple more years, 2 more years.
I definitely could see us extending Snacks Harrison because he's the perfect fit for Patricia's scheme. But like you said, man, he gotta play up so we can pay up.
Absolutely. What up, Ghost Gunner? What is going on, man? So what do you think about the extensions restructure 4 at 40 for Slay? Same's with Snacks. 4 years at 40 for Darius Slay. I think he'll command a little more than that.
Yeah. Like we're paying him like what, 15 million?
Yeah. I think
I
it's
don't know the
15 million
exact
a year.
contract that we're paying Slay, but we're paying him like 15 million, right?
He's the second highest paid player next to Matthew Stafford. I think it's around 15 million the last I checked.
That's a lot.
Right. Like, I mean, obviously, Slay has proven himself as one of the best cornerbacks in the entire NFL, so he deserves the money. But like I said, we just got to see what happens.
Absolutely. And Bob Quinn's really good when it comes to the cap situation. In my previous videos, I've showed that. So he's very cognizant of getting players for the right price and not to just think about this year, but thinking about the coming years. Is Slay going to be a top elite player in 3-4 years from now? So he'll go through that and see what the player is going to demand and how the individual will play in the next coming years. Not just thinking this year, but you got to think next couple of years, and that's how he goes. Ghost Gunner says, just dealing with a sore throat, man. Hope you get better. Man, everyone's getting sick around here. I was sick last week, and Gridiron Blitz was sick the other day. It's going through, man. Get better.
Tore me up.
They kill him, man. Tore up from the floor up.
Right. George Morgan says he only got 23 left on his next two. Yeah, he probably does have 23 million left, but he definitely get 15 million this year.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So, like, this is the year, it's always that 1 year in a contract where you don't pay out that bread. This is the year where we giving him that big bank. So
Top Tier said Stafford being at training camp says something about their absence. Not necessarily, man. I mean, again, those two are both pros, and they've been doing this for a long time. I have no worries at all that they're skipping OTAs. When it comes to Matthew Stafford, he's the leader of the whole team. He's the face of the franchise, and it shows more about him than anything else because his wife had the brain surgery, and it just shows his ability of being a true leader and a man that is willing to earn his dollar and earned his respect from the team. When it comes to Snacks and Slay missing, it's not even mandatory. Again, it's not a big deal. This
and I don't
happens to
think
every
either
team.
one of those guys went to OTAs last year.
Yeah.
And Stafford always goes to OTAs. He's always there.
He's the quarterback. They are to be there, especially with the new offense. They're running a whole new offensive scheme. When it comes to defense, it's the same defense that they did. So, and a quarterback is a big difference. You want them to show up for their OTAs and the training camp because they're the face of the franchise. They're getting paid the big bucks, and that's just how it rolls in the NFL.
I mean, yeah. Also, he has to get used to those rookies too. So he's got to be there.
What up, though, Blue and Silver
Definitely
Phantom? What up, though,
used to
Nicholas
Travis
Aaron?
Fulgham and T.J. Hawkinson, and even Jesse James.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to throw to these guys. And if you're on defense, you don't really got to throw to anybody. You just got to the defense guys just have to be taught the scheme. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Right. What's good, Nicholas Aaron?
And I actually prefer to have the younger guys on defense play instead of having the vets like Slay and Williams. Snacks Harrison, sorry. Because we want to see what these guys can do. We know what Slay and Snacks is going to do. We need to see the Tees Tabers. We need to see him progress. We need to see that the new defensive tackle got in the seventh round, PJ. We need to see how he does. We understand what we got. We need to see what the new guys can do.
Right. Sometimes, it can be a blessing in disguise. I mean, like, I don't care if Slay shows up or not, but him not showing up allowed the coaches to finally see Tease Tabor, just be a little bit better, show some improvement. Like, if Slay shows up, Tabor not getting them first team reps, and you don't have a chance to pick off Stafford. So it actually works, man. And like I said, people like Slay, your Antonio Browns. I mentioned Antonio Brown because when it comes to working on his craft, nobody works harder than Antonio Brown. People like that, people like Patrick Peterson, these elite players, they don't always show up to OTAs because they have their own regiment and own thing. But when have you really heard of it's not often that you hear about any starting quarterback in the NFL not showing up to OTA. That's just what they do. Quarterbacks it's a much higher standard.
Yeah. And both Slay and Snacks Harrison, they don't have a problem when it comes to their personality. Like if other individuals do it that you understand, okay, these guys are a headache to teams, it's a little different. When it comes to Snacks Harrison and Darius Slay, they're pros on and off the field. I mean, Snacks Harrison is a fantastic individual all around and not worried at all that they're missing. These guys are professionals on and off the field and great people and players. So you do not have to worry about that at all. They
Yeah,
will
okay.
be there
General
for
G
training
Berry,
camp. Go ahead.
General G Berry with the update. Giving those facts that we asked for. Only person who missed OTAs last season was Glover Quinn. That's what he said.
Yeah, and Glover Quinn again. When he was a professional, it didn't make a difference if he decided to take some time off. It reminded me of Ndamukong Suh when we had him. He would miss those OTAs, and we all knew when he was on the team that he had a crazy regiment he would do to get ready for the season, and it didn't bother me that he missed time because we know what he brought to the field when he was on our team, and it's the same with these guys. I mean, you look at Snacks Harrison. The guy went from the Giants to the Lions. He played the first week after just a couple days of being traded, and he didn't even have a bye week, and he still didn't care.
Should have made the Pro Bowl. They did him dirty.
They did him dirty for sure. He definitely should make the Pro.
He was
It's
the
because
number
he's a
one rim
Detroit Lion.
defender in the NFL, but you can't make the Pro Bowl. Come on.
Makes no sense. Makes no sense. General
Um,
G. Berry says he was contemplating retirement. Are you talking about Quinn or the safety? Yeah, he's been contemplating retirement for last 2 years, probably. He was getting up there. I know he retired last year, but
I
I'm sure he
wanted
was
him to
contemplating.
retire last year, but I feel like he had an insurmountable effect on Tracy Walker, man. I mean, like I said, I can't say enough about Tracy Walker because like it's just so rare for rookie safeties to be good. Like obviously, Derwin James was like the 14th overall pick, and he was amazing at safety for the Chargers, like amazing. But like you just don't hear about safeties being good their first year. And when I mean not being good, but being great. I mean Tracy is a special guy, man.
That is JMO's player to watch this year as
Yeah,
well.
man,
And
he's my breakout player for this season. Jelani Tavai might make it up there in a minute, but my breakout player
top,
definitely is Tracy Walker.
yeah,
I'm
yeah. Top
On
tier says it's
defense.
just top tier says it's just selfish in his eyes. I understand, man. I totally get it for sure.
Come on,
When it
Lions
comes,
fans.
I mean,
Like, stay focused. We can't be mad about this
yeah,
insignificant stuff, man.
yeah.
Come on, fan base. We gotta do a little bit better than being
yeah,
mad about somebody not showing up to OTAs. Come on.
yeah. I mean,
And I got go
Derwin
ahead.
James was a beast coming out of college. So I already knew.
Who was the beast coming out of college?
Derwin James.
Oh, of course. I mean, yeah, but come on, man. Like when the last time a safety came out year one and was an absolute monster?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yep, it's been a minute. It has been a minute.
General G. Berry said, he said, he said, J-Mo, I better see you in a Tracy Walker jersey on a live stream this season. Man, look, I don't like to buy jerseys of the players I like because something always happens to them. But, I try my best, man.
I just bought a jersey. I'm wearing it right now. It's actually my Micro Mike jersey. I had it custom made by the Detroit Lions, and so I'm with you, man. I would wear my Stafford jersey, and every time I would wear it during a game, he would start sucking. So I'd take it off and throw it, and then
No,
he
you know how
did
many
good.
times I've started the game with like my Stafford stuff on, and then he started playing bad, and I take it off, and then like we start playing better.
I do
Like
that
you
every
know,
time, man.
you know how many times like sometimes I just be waiting to take it. I'll be like, man, I'll be like, dog, you throw a pick here. I remember same thing with Golden Tate. Like I'll be like, man, Golden Tate. I remember I think that Steelers game. I had on my Golden Tate jersey. I decided to put it back on, and then he had that fumble, and I'm like, bro.
Oh, you cursed us, man. We could have been 3.
Hey man, I ain't curse y'all, man. And then I remember one of my DVE members. Shout out to everybody at DVA. They bought a Jamal Agnew jersey. And he got hurt. That's why I was like, don't buy no carry-ons, don't buy no Jared Day. Like, don't buy these jerseys. Wait, don't buy no TJ Hawkinson jersey. No.
Buy Aaron Rodgers jerseys, buy some Kirk Cousins jerseys.
Right. Buy you a Khalil Mack jersey.
Yeah, that definitely, man. That guy's a freaking insane beast.
No, Khalil Mack is a special player. Top
God,
tier.
he is.
Yeah, top tier, man. Oh, man, I was so hurt when Golden Tate fumbled that ball.
Man, if I knew that you wore that jersey when that happened, there'd be going, man, you cursed us. You cursed us.
Nah, that was Jim Caldwell for not kicking that field goal. Because I still remember I was screaming at the TV. Like, I lost my voice that day. I was screaming at the TV, kick the field goal. I was screaming for like 2. I'm like, kick the field goal. And then he's like, no, let's run the ball with Dwayne Washington. But that's why he's gone now.
That's why
George
he's
Morgan
gone.
says, and with Slade, the cap hit is almost $16 million, but he would get paid a little over $13 million. And next year he only gets $10 million with the $13 million cap hit. Slade got like 70 kids. Let him just spend time with his family. He don't have that many kids. He got like 3. But yeah, man, like I said, like I said, Lions fans, we got to be better. We can't be mad and upset about every little thing when everything is going good for us right now. Now, I'm not about to let that affect how I feel about Slay or anything. Like
Yeah,
that.
I'm with you, man. I got a comment on one of my videos that says, you need to stop all this positive talking. This is the Detroit Lions. We got to see how they play first. I'm like, man, this is what we bring. We're about positivity. I said, there's so much negative stuff about the Detroit Lions out there that it's time to change this narrative. And so I'm about positivity, about not sweating the little things, and bring Detroit to a different light. And it's working too. I'm so proud of the DSA because I was checking out videos when it comes to Mike Valenti and some other individuals, big time, Lions commentators. And there's so many down likes than there was before. And watching these comments just saying you guys are trash when it comes to like Mike Valenti and stuff. I was so happy about that, man.
Yeah, and you got to remember, this season is not like the rest of the seasons. Like, if we had the same level off season as we did last year, you wouldn't see me here singing praises last year. I was like, oh, we got Kennard. Oh, we got some guy named Okarar. Okay, what they gonna do? Turned out to be beasts, but I didn't have no high expectation. We didn't do nothing in free agency last year.
Nothing.
Like, we didn't. And then our draft had me all upset too. So, I was being emotional. But once I stopped being emotional, I actually did my research on Ragnar, told everyone he was going to be a beast. I was right. Did my research on Kerryon Johnson, told everyone he was going to be a beast. I was right. So this season is completely, we got Trey Flowers in the offseason. Like, that's just different. The Lions, I cannot remember the last time we gotten a player that good in free agency.
This offseason is what drove me to start a YouTube. I literally was so happy with how we got Trey Flowers. And so I went on the, I think it was like Sports Center, and then they just said how other teams did well and the Lions didn't do well. I said, I'm done with this, man. This is trash. This is fake news. So I got to start this stuff, man. They did great this offseason, in my opinion, when it comes to the whole offseason, picking up free agents, drafting, and I don't understand it how that was not seen through others. But this offseason was much better.
It's a few people out there with the little eye emoji with their eyes up. Like, hold on, what the Lions trying to do over there? Low key, it's a few of them out there. Todd Tier says, were you happy when they traded Tate? I wasn't happy when they traded Tate, but I didn't think that Marvin Jones was going to get hurt the next week and be on IR. But
I didn't care.
Golden Tate wasn't doing anything for our offense, man.
I didn't care because I knew we weren't winning the NFC North. We were still at 3-3 at that time, or we were in the mix.
I think.
Yeah. But it wasn't going to happen. Our Golden Tate wasn't going to take us to win the NFC North and even win a playoff game. So I figured,
like Top Tier said, he was happy we got our 3rd round pick back. Exactly. Now we got Will Harris, so let's see what Will Harris turns out to be.
Yep, absolutely, man. And Bob Quinn got a 3rd round pick for something he shouldn't have gotten a 3rd round pick.
Right, he got a 3rd round pick for freaking Golden Tate. Like, come on.
And the Eagles don't have their 3rd round pick, and they did nothing with them. And so it was a great trade for us, and it was a bad one for them.
Highway robbery for snacks.
That was one of the greatest trades of all time. A 5th-round pick for the best run stuffer in the NFL.
Yeah, and I think
Fifth-round
that
pick.
5th-round pick is a pick that we got from trading Lincoln Tomlinson. So basically, we gave up Lincoln Tomlinson for snacks. Don't quote me on
Trash juice
that, though.
Tomlinson, man. I think
Leakish trash juice, as we
Yeah.
like to call him.
Man, that dude was trash. That was a terrible pick. That's
Right.
it.
Ghost Gunner says we got Coleman, James, Flowers, Anderson. Media be like, they ain't do much. Exactly. It's just that stigma of no matter what the Lions do, they're gonna be bad. Well, guess what? And this is why I'm so excited about this team, because nobody knows what it takes to win. This is the first time. General manager, what has he won? Super Bowls. Head coach, what has he won? Super Bowls. Defensive coordinator, he ain't won no Super Bowls because he's been in college, but he comes from a winning program. And guess what? Offensive coordinator, what has he won? Super Bowls.
Damn
A lot of
straight.
Super Bowl winners on the team now, too.
A lot of coaches that understand how to win football games and how to win in the postseason and how to bring up a championship mentality. Not just a team, a mentality that we have not had. We have not had that championship mentality. That it was more like go to work and here I punched in and I'm going home. Not no more. That stuff is ended. Now
Yeah, I
it's
just feel like with the Lions, it was always those moments. You know what? The Steelers game is a prime example of the game that broke my heart. Because Stafford threw for 400 freaking yards and carved up the #1 pass defense, but we lost. Danny Amendola not dropping that pass. You know what I'm saying? It takes a different breed of player sometimes. You know, we go to the playoffs against Seattle. Trey Flowers ain't about to let Thomas Rawls run for 200 yards on us because he's been there, done that. Sometimes you got to have players that knows what it takes to win, even if it's a couple guys. You know, because when nobody on the team ain't won nothing, then that's how they're gonna react in the biggest moments in some of these games against the best competition. I definitely think, assuming health for these guys, they gonna come up when we need them most. Because like I can't tell you how I can just picture Danny Amendola little catching one catch in a game and we win because of that, or Trey Flowers making the winning play because these guys, they won. They know how to do it. You know what I'm saying? Austin Bryant comes from Clemson, stayed an extra year just to win. It's a different breed of players that we're trying to bring in here.
huge point there. That's a massive point. And then when you look at Bob Quinn, how he picked up his free agents, he got Trey Flowers for the defensive line, so he can show them how a championship defensive line is. Picked up Coleman for the secondary. Same. Coleman is a person that played in big games and has won a Super Bowl. Amendola for the offense. He strategically put these players in position to where they can help out the younger guys and people that have not been to the postseason and don't know how to win big games. He got those
Even
players.
Jesse James comes from a winning program.
Absolutely.
And he showed up in that big game against the Patriots, but they took his touchdown away. They cheated. But, that's if you want to change the stigma, you got to start bringing in people who knows how to win. That's why whenever Bob Quinn is doing something, I like to tell the Lions fans, you don't know nothing. You don't know shit. Bob Quinn is the one that won the ring, so shut up and watch.
Defer to Bob Quinn.
Because we don't know nothing about winning no championship. So stop with all your opinions. Trust the guy that's actually done it. And it's not just one guy now. Now we got Bevel and Patricia.
Absolutely, man. And it's going to be a special year. It's going to be a really special year. Just like George Morgan said, best off season that I can remember. I'm with you, man. Same here. I don't remember an off season like this. This is an eye-opening off season, and to me, it showed Bob Quinn's commitment to really win, really decide to take this team to that next level that we have not had in so long. His commitment to bring championships to Detroit. He ain't playing around. He wants to win. He wants to win the NFC North. He wants to win a playoff game, and he wants to bring the mentality to Detroit. And that's why we got him. That's why we got Patricia.
Yeah,
That's why he's doing the things we doing.
That's why, as all my subscribers know, I'm one of the biggest Matthew Stafford fans out there. Not just a fan, I'm just objective. That's why even I'm saying, okay, Stafford, Bob Quinn gave you all the tools. Now go in there and cook. It's on you now, because this team is much better. The offensive line is still up in the air. That's always a question. You won't see me criticize. I'm sorry, but you won't see me criticize Stafford if he getting sacked 40 times. But I think Bob Quinn has been putting the right guys in there. Lions fan 75 said, I got in an argument with a coworker about trading Tate. It was a huge mistake, and I told him why did the Eagles offensive coordinator didn't know how to use him. He went silent. Yeah, the Eagles did not know how to use Golden Tate at all. And that's why he got that touchdown in that playoff game against the Bears. Thank you, Golden Tate. Because on that play, they actually used him right, ironically.
And they beat the Bears, and I was so happy. Very,
Oh, I
very
know Golden
happy
Tate
that
was
it's
dancing
Golden
on him.
Tate
He
that
like,
did it.
yeah.
With that said, man, it's been about an hour and a half going on, and it's 6:30. So before I get off, man, you got anything you'd like to say to everybody out there?
Oh, I do have one thing I want to say. Blake Griffin, he made the All NBA third team. A lot of people tried to argue with me and tell me he wasn't a superstar and he wasn't this, he wasn't that, and he just went out, had the best season of his career, led us to the playoffs, and he made All NBA third team. That means he's a top 15 player in the NBA, a superstar. Shout out to Blake Griffin, man. Lions have been doing well at OTAs. We just gotta wait for training camp, guys, and we gotta wait for more reports to come out. But hopefully, they work out some more receivers too, though.
Yeah, man, that's a great point. That's a really good point. I'd like to give my shout out to CA3, folks. If you ain't subscribed to Mr. CA3, do so. We're trying to get him to 100. And I want to say a huge, massive thank you to all you guys. You got me past 200. I'm at, last I checked, was 212. That is awesome. I really appreciate the support. And just like I said before, we'll do that raffle and sending out a t-shirt. With that said, everyone, thank you for showing up. And I'm about to get off here, and have a good one, folks.